Welcome to another episode in Quantum Leap series of Procurement Unplugged podcast, powered
Yeah.
by Zycus. I am your host, Maria, and in the last episode, we talked about procurement orchestration. Today, we are back with an interesting topic. For procurement leaders, that raises a huge question. If you had a significant budget dedicated to AI, say a multi-million-dollar investment, how would you allocate it for the biggest bang for your buck? Would you chase those quick wins that show immediate results? Or take on those really ambitious transformational projects that could reshape procurement entirely? And maybe most importantly, how do you cut through all the AI hype to make sure your investments are actually worthwhile? So today we are diving deep into, a structured way to think about all of this. It's called the 2x2 Procurement AI Prioritization Matrix.
Okay.
Think of it like your cheat sheet for navigating this whole wild world of procurement AI. It's designed to help you decide where to focus your time, your budget, and your energy.
Thanks.
So the big question we're tackling today is, when it comes to AI and procurement, what's really worth your investment? And to help us unpack all of this, I have got someone with me who's seen procurement evolve firsthand, someone who really gets the tech side and the strategy side. Please welcome procurement strategist and tech advisor, Justin Dalen.
Thanks, Maria. Great to be here.
Justin, welcome.
And you've hit the nail on the head. The buzz around AI is everywhere right now. And for good reason. The potential is huge.
Yeah.
But it could be really tough to figure out, where do I even begin?
Right.
Let alone where to place my biggest bets.
Yeah.
And, for those listening, it's less about should we be using AI and more about where will it actually give us the most bang for our buck?
Exactly.
And it's really important to remember, this isn't about humans versus machines, right? It's about
Correct.
figuring out strategically how AI can become a powerful co-pilot for your procurement team.
Mm.
The teams that are seeing real success are the ones who are taking a very deliberate, framework-driven approach, much like they would with any other big strategic decision.
Absolutely, Justin. And that leads us right into our 2x2 matrix. So picture this, okay? A simple square divided into 4 sections.
Okay.
Along the bottom, that's our horizontal axis, we have impact. And we're talking about like real, tangible impact on business value. Then up the side, our vertical axis, we got effort. And this isn't just about money. It's also the time, the resources, the lift involved in making it happen, the change management. Over the next few minutes, we're going to walk through each of these quadrants, all 4 of them. And the goal is to really help you, the listener, visualize these different types of AI investments,
Okay.
understand what makes them tick, and then figure out which ones are going to deliver those quick wins and which ones are more of a longer-term strategic play.
I like it. It's like creating a filter, a lens that you can look through and evaluate all these AI solutions coming at you. It really helps cut through the noise
Yeah.
in this sometimes overwhelming AI space.
Absolutely. Brings a much needed level of clarity. Okay, so let's jump right into what I like to call the land of unicorns and rainbows, the high impact but relatively low effort quadrant. What kind of AI magic is usually in this very desirable zone?
Ah, yes, the sweet spot.
Yes.
These are the AI applications that give you really significant returns, but without requiring you to turn everything upside down.
Right.
Think of, for example, AI-powered spend analytics.
Okay.
Now, you might be thinking, spend analytics, that's nothing new.
Right.
But here's the thing. The AI twist on this allows these tools to go way beyond just categorizing your spend. They can find that hidden leakage, rogue purchases,
Yeah.
maverick spending that's silently just chipping away at your bottom line.
Mhm.
Often, this is stuff you wouldn't have even seen with the old ways of doing things. Another great example here is AI for supplier risk intelligence.
Okay.
We're not just talking about basic credit checks anymore. This is AI that's constantly monitoring news feeds, regulatory changes, even social media,
Wow.
to give you real-time insights into the risks associated with your suppliers, whether it's financial instability, ethical concerns, or even potential supply chain disruptions.
Or having a crystal ball.
It is. It allows you to be proactive, address issues before they become major problems, and then there's contract intelligence.
Okay.
Imagine an AI that can go through all of your contracts automatically and surface those key dates for renewal. It can even identify potential risks, buried deep in the legal jargon,
Right.
or even find opportunities for better terms, all without you having to go through hundreds of documents manually.
That's a game changer.
Huge time saver. And finally, we've got guided intake platforms.
Okay.
Zycus' Merlin intake is a great example here. These use AI to understand what your internal stakeholders need when they submit a request, making sure it goes to the right place, has all the right information, reducing delays, and all those back and forth emails.
Oh, the back and forth email.
Yes. The beauty of all of these is that they help your team shift from being reactive firefighters to proactive strategists, and you often don't even need to replace your existing systems to make it happen.
That's the best part. I have actually heard stories of teams finding millions in savings just by using AI to analyze their tail spend in ways they just couldn't do before. It makes you wonder, if these wins are so kind of readily available, why aren't more procurement organizations starting here?
That's a great question. I think sometimes these quick wins, as valuable as they are, might not feel as groundbreaking or as buzzworthy as some of the more ambitious AI initiatives out there.
Right, they want to jump to the cutting edge.
They do. But these foundational wins, high impact, low effort, they're critical. Not only do they give you real value fast, but they also help build that crucial foundation of good data and user adoption that you really need for those bigger, more complex AI projects down the line.
Yeah.
You try to run before you can walk, and those big AI bets can easily fail.
It's like building a skyscraper on, like, shaky ground.
Exactly.
So let's move to the quadrant that seems to get all the attention. The high impact, but also high effort AI projects. These are the ones that promise to really transform things, but they also come with a lot more investment and complexity.
They do. But this is where you see the real potential to reshape your entire procurement function. Think about autonomous negotiation agents.
Okay.
A&A from Zycus is a perfect example. This is AI that can actually negotiate with suppliers, particularly for those high-volume, lower-value categories. That frees up your human negotiators to focus on the more strategic, complex deals. Another big one here is predictive analytics for supply risk.
Okay.
This goes beyond just alerting you to current issues. This is AI that's analyzing tons of data. Geopolitical events, financial indicators, weather patterns, all to try and predict potential disruptions in your supply chain, giving you that lead time to find alternatives or mitigate those risks.
Wow.
We're also seeing AI-powered real-time supplier collaboration platforms. These aren't just portals. They use AI to help you have more dynamic, data-driven interactions with your key suppliers. That leads to better performance, stronger relationships, and even some collaborative innovation. And then you have dynamic category strategy engines. These AI tools analyze market trends, supplier performance, and internal demand to help you adapt your category strategies in real time. If you really want to future-proof your procurement function and really make it drive strategic value for the whole business, not just processing transactions,
Right.
then this is what you need to be looking at.
So for all of the CPOs and procurement leaders listening, how do you know when your organization is actually ready to tackle these big, high-impact, high-effort AI initiatives? What are some of the signs?
That's the key question. The first thing is be honest about how mature your core procurement processes are. If you're still struggling with basic inefficiencies or you just can't see what's going on in areas like intake and sourcing, then it's probably best to fix those foundations first. Focus on those high-impact, low-effort wins we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
But if your team is bogged down in just doing tactical buying activities, or you need to significantly improve things like risk management or supplier collaboration, then it might be time to get serious about these more transformative AI solutions. Align your AI aspirations with your pain points and your strategic priorities.
That's a really practical way of looking at it. Okay, now for the part where we maybe inject a little caution into this conversation. Let's talk about that quadrant where, those AI ambitions don't always work out as hoped. We're talking about high effort, but unfortunately low impact. What kind of AI initiatives tend to end up in this, well, less than ideal place?
Sadly, there are a few common patterns we see. One that happens a lot is developing these really fancy dashboards, with all the bells and whistles.
They look impressive.
They do, but they don't actually provide actionable insights or lead to any real business decisions. It's a lot of flash, no substance.
Form over function.
Exactly. Another thing we see is these very narrow chatbot pilots.
Okay.
They don't scale beyond a very limited use case, and they don't integrate well with your existing systems and processes. They might seem like a quick fix, but they can actually create more silos and complexity for you. We also see people over-automating tasks that are honestly low priority. Automating minor approval workflows or those internal FAQs, those things don't really have much impact on your overall performance. It feels like innovation, but the actual value is minimal. And finally, you have those bolt-on AI solutions, the ones that aren't really part of your core S2P ecosystem, that can really fragment your data, make your systems more complex, and just not deliver a real benefit.
So basically, in this quadrant, organizations can spend a lot of resources, both money and their team's time, on things that don't really move the needle.
Yeah.
And as you said, that can really drain energy and resources from maybe smarter initiatives like streamlining that unified intake and sourcing process we were talking about.
Exactly. It's about being really critical of the potential return on investment, and not just the financial return, but the return in terms of efficiency, reduced risk, and strategic value.
Right.
Just because something says AI powered doesn't mean it's worth the investment.
Right.
Keep those business objectives in mind and make sure any AI initiative is helping you achieve them.
This has been so insightful, Justin. For everyone listening, I hope this 2x2 framework has brought some clarity to AI in procurement. The big takeaway is that AI isn't a magic bullet, and it's not here to replace human expertise. It's a powerful tool, a co-pilot that can really boost your procurement capabilities. And as you pointed out, the top performers aren't chasing the most hyped up AI. They're investing where AI aligns with their real procurement needs and can deliver impact. Platforms like Zycus Merlin and tools like ANA are great examples of that, showing how AI can drive real value without requiring you to change everything. So wherever you are on your AI journey, start smart, prioritize impact, and maybe most importantly, don't go for those overly ambitious, low-value projects right away.
I agree. AI should make your life easier and more effective, not harder.
Absolutely. All right, everyone, for our next deep dive, we're going to be exploring personalized procurement. Forget one size fits all. AI is helping us tailor approaches in amazing new ways. It's really exciting, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you soon on Procurement Unplugged.